Lawmakers are back in session in Montgomery for the first time amid the pandemic, and bills relating to the pandemic have already been pre-filed. Way 31's Brecken Terry spent the day going over a COVID liability bill filed by Decatur Senator Arthur Orr and what this could mean for businesses. Brecken?
Yeah, guys, Senate Bill 30 would protect businesses from being slapped with frivolous lawsuits over the coronavirus pandemic. Now, I did speak with one attorney who told me this bill is not a free pass, but he thinks that it will be passed into law because it has absolutely not a lot of opposition at this time.
And there hadn't been an explosion of COVID-related lawsuits, but this will prevent that going forward.
Attorney Tommy James practices law all over the state and has some cases here in North Alabama. He said Senate Bill 30 protects churches, businesses, government entities, healthcare providers, educational and cultural institutions from being sued civilly over the coronavirus.
There is some accountability. It's not a free pass if these businesses, schools, churches, if they are willful or intentional, extremely reckless, if they violate these CDC guidelines and policies and procedures and Alabama Department of Health guidelines, then they do open themselves up for liability.
James said when the pandemic started, some people approached him about various coronavirus-related lawsuits. He said even without this bill, those claims are hard to prove.
Because they would be so hard anyway to prove how someone contracted it, where they were exposed to it. So they're really tough cases anyway.
James said he believes the bill will be passed into law because it's supported by trial lawyers, lawmakers, and businesses.
There's not much opposition that I've seen to this legislation because businesses and these other entities, don't need to be worried about frivolous lawsuits with this pandemic.
Now, Senate Bill 30 will now go to the Judiciary Committee. It's also retroactive going back to March 13th, 2020, which means any lawsuits filed against a business can be overturned if this bill becomes law. Live in the Shoals, Brecken Terry, Way 31 News.